Well, here I am at one of my favorite places to come set for beaver. Beaver Lake. I only carried about 12 sets with me today. If I find more sign than that, I'll bring some more gear tomorrow. But I was looking back at the scouting video and figured I have enough sign and enough places picked out for about 12 sets. But I will get on with it, and I'll show you what sign I find and the sets I make as I put them in. See you after a while. I'm going in with set number 1 right here. I believe I have found a beaver ditch coming out of a den right there beside that log. You see it's shallow and it just drops off real hard bottom right there, and then starts coming right back up out shallow. Right there's the bottom of the ditch, and there's no silt on it. I'm going to put a 330 in right here on an H stand, and maybe we'll make a catch here tonight. But it feels hard bottom coming out of that run, so maybe it's pretty active. I'll get that set in and take a look back at it when I get done. Right there's my 330 on the H stand. May not be able to see it too well, but right there's the top of the H stand sitting in the run. I've taken the cable and passed it underneath this log and run it over here to my metal stake, just staking it off, so if I make a catch he won't be able to run off with it. I'm gonna take a little grass, camo on my metal stake, and move down, see how many more dens I can find. I'll see you in a minute if I find more. Right there you can see the entrance to this den. I'm trying to get it filmed before it goes away in the muddy water I just stirred up, but it goes up underneath the bank right there. And right up there, somewhere right in there, you can see the little air hole. I'm gonna drop in a 330 set right here at the mouth of that den. There is a little silt in the run, but the bottom's still rock hard. I'm gonna try this set and move down, see what others I can find. Well, here I am at set number 2, finishing it off. There's my H stand and the 330's down on the bottom in the run. But you can just watch the run. Shallow, right there, rock hard bottom, and it comes up out of it. But right there's the center of my 330 coming out of this den. I would have set it closer, but I had a lot of sticks and roots on the bottom that may foul up the trap. And I've come over here on a cable to that metal pole right there to keep them from running off with it if I make a catch. But the bottom of this run's got gravel in it, not a whole lot of silt once you get out here. They're gonna hit these runs fast. They want to get in and get out of the den as quick as possible, because predators will get them right here at the bank. So they hit these runs quick coming in and coming out. So maybe we'll make a catch here. I'm gonna move on down. I found another run right here. You can see it's shallow. You can just watch it, boom, right off in the ditch. It's right underneath these roots. Hard bottom. You can hear it. It comes right out of the ditch. I'm gonna put a 330 right here. The entrance is somewhere right in here. I'm not gonna go poking and prodding on it. It's gonna be, there's no silt on it. It's being used daily. But I'm gonna get this set in and I'll turn it back on. Well, here is my finished set. There's the H stand and a fairly deep run. Hard bottom. I got it right there, running over here to this metal stake. Keep it from running off. I got another 330. I carried with me 4. I've got 3 in this series of dens right here, and I'm saving number 4 for an otter crossover. But I've got 8 TS85s to put out on castor mounds. I'm going to go over onto the private land and start slinging steel. We'll see you over there when I find sign to set. Here's the crossover I've chose to set. Everything could go down about a half mile and go under the bridge and swim across that way. Or the things that are coming up this bank, instead of going down that extra half mile and across, they're coming through here to cross the road up above me. I'll get this set in, camoed up, and I'll show it to you. This is what I've chosen for set construction. I got to find me some more stuff to drag across the top of the 330 to make them dive. But I have set it right there in their crossover. I'm going to camouflage everything in and move on down. I'm going to have to put some stuff across the top of that trap to get them to dive, but it bottom is very hard. So I'm going to move on down. We'll see you when I start setting TS85s. I'm just back in here at this place where I found this little lodge. I mean little. As I was coming in here to it, I run either a beaver or a nutria off. Don't know which one. It's kind of hard to tell at a distance. They're almost about the same size. I've taken the mud out of this little location and piled it up, made a little castor mound right here on top of their house. That should get some attention. But I bedded a TS85 on a 1/8 cable grounder. And the lure of choice is Trapper J's beaver lure. I put a little bit right there on that stick on top. By anything coming in here snooping around, I made a probable spot for them to approach. I'm going to set the anchor in the deep water and keep moving down. Well, I have come across this castor mound. Fairly fresh, mud's all still wet, big tracks in it. I have chosen to get a territorial response out of these beaver, and I put my own castor mound right here, right there. Took the TS85, bedded it right here after I scooped out the mud to create my castor mound. And here's my drowner cable on a TS85. I'm going to run out into as deep as water as I can get to and anchor it up. But right here on this stick that's broken is Trapper J's beaver lure. I'm going to try to test it completely today with no other additions to scent choice. So we'll see how it produces on its own. But I'm going to keep moving down. Well, he's active. These beaver have been pretty active around here. Got all these mounds over here. Got this mound over here, and this whole area smells like fresh castor. I have scooped out the ground right here and put a TS85. Let me find it. Right here, bedded. Got Trapper J's lure right there on them sticks. I'm gonna run the drowner out in the deep water and keep moving down. Where I am setting another castor mound, not too far from the last one. Whew. I got out and made my own right in front of it, and where I scooped up all the dirt and mud to put up here is where the TS85 is bedded. Trapper J's lures up in the middle of that fresh castor mound I just made. Oh, I'm gonna move on down, set the anchor. I'm gonna keep moving. Well, the beaver have let this old dam just get completely not repaired. Everywhere down through here, you can just hear the water running, and it is running through the dam where they're not mudding it up any longer, where they just chose not to continue using the beaver pond, or they're just using this whole cove back here as a beaver pond. Like I say, there's just water running through it everywhere. If it was an active dam, they would be mudding up all this running water. I don't understand it. But I'm gonna keep moving down. Hopefully you can hear the water running through it. I'm gonna keep moving down. Well, I've come in. I found a lodge right across the creek from me over there. I'm gonna put a 330 in tomorrow. But I found a little active feed right here. Fresh white sticks up in the shallows. And I'm taking advantage of the wind direction coming from here, blowing towards that lodge. I've made my own little castor mound right there with Trapper Jay's lure on top on that broke stick. Got the TS-85 bedded right here. I'm gonna pull the drowner cable out into deep water and keep moving around. When I was headed back to the boat ramp and getting out of this wind, it done got 12, 14-inch rollers out on the river. I'm headed out of here for the day. I'll come in tomorrow with some more gear, but I'm setting this last castor mound up on the way back to the boat ramp. I have scooped out a bed right there for a TS-85. Trapper Jay's beaver lure. I do this just to piss off the resident beaver. They're not going to tolerate another beaver marking in their territory. So I'm going to pull it out on the stake out in deeper water and anchor it off. But we'll see how this does. I may move down, see if I can find places for one more set before I get out of here, but I'll keep moving down.